How's it going, everyone? Veteran Patriots Nation here. Atrius Development Group hit me up last night and asked me to do a project for them, and I was more than happy to oblige. So what that project is rolling out constant update videos about Atrius and everything that is Atrius. That way, the guys over at Atrius can just keep their heads down, stay focused, keep working, and pumping out as many super selectors as they possibly can for you, the end user. These update videos, they will be going up on Instagram and on YouTube. So make sure to follow me on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on future updates. All right, these updates are going to consist of product compatibility updates, product announcements, like new products are coming out with or any changes to products that they're going to be making, as well as general company announcements. So let's get into it. Right off the bat, product compatibility. The other day, we were all told that the SIG MCX and MPX is good to go. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wipe that smile off your face because that is not the case. The MCX and MPX is not good to go with the Super Selector, and based on how I'm understanding it, it has something to do with the trip and the BCG. I may be wrong, but what I'm not wrong about is that it is not compatible. All right. Next, the control shaft engagement with the trigger, piece of your trigger that comes back off the back of your trigger. Look and see how much engagement you're actually getting on that when it's in the third position. Okay, because when it's in the third position, it is scooting all the way over. It's pushing everything in the Super Selector over to the right. Well, if that bar that runs off the back of your trigger is too thin, then you have the possibility of that falling off, and you're already in the third position, which means it's going to go full Burt and you're going to be riding the lightning, hoping, praying that you don't accidentally shoot someone. All right, so please be careful with that, guys. If you look on the Atrius website, the Super Selector was designed to be ran in an AR-15 with a mil-spec trigger, period. Okay, it was never intended to be used with aftermarket triggers or in PCC, suppressed, unsuppressed. Well, I'm sure the suppressor doesn't matter, but in PCCs, the suppressor does indeed matter. So just be careful, guys, when you're doing what you're doing. Be safe, pay attention to what the heck you're doing, and if you need help, then send me a message on Instagram or YouTube. I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. All right, next, what do we got here? Product announcements. So they're coming out with a few new products that we're all going to be excited about. The first one is going to be a full ambi selector switch. Okay, the ambi selector is going to be $200, dropping in about 1 month. Okay, and if you have the non-ambi version, based on how I'm understanding this, if you have the non-ambi version that you bought for $200, you can pay that $49 difference, send them your selector, they'll do the modification and upgrades to it and send it right back. So now you have that ambi selector without having to pay additional money buying a second selector that you don't need, or having to wait for the ambi one to get released. So go ahead and buy your selector now. If later down the road you want to buy the ambi or make it ambi, then it's only a $49 upgrade, which is really cool. Major props to Atrius for doing that. That's not something a lot of companies do. If you hear my dogs barking, I'm sorry, there must be someone at the door. And I said that in my first video and everybody was like, oh yeah, it's EATF, here to shoot your dogs. All right, next, another update is going to be the G lever for Geissele triggers. Y'all keep asking me on YouTube and on Instagram, does the Super Selector work with Geissele triggers? No, unfortunately it doesn't, but they're working on that. Atrius hears what you guys are asking. They hear what you guys want, and they're doing their best to bring the products that you guys are asking for, unlike Glock. All right, there are a few other projects that they're working on. I can't talk about them in this video, but on YouTube, again, make sure to hit that bell notification so that you stay updated or stay up to date on the updates that I put out. All right, moving on from there. I'm trying not to make this a super long video for y'all. General company announcements. Atrius wanted me to just relay some information to you guys about who they are, what their mission statement is, where their heart and soul is at, and that kind of thing. So right off the bat, when I was talking to him last night on the phone, that it was the first time I actually got to speak to him on the phone instead of just texting. They sounded so incredibly passionate about what I'm about to share with you here, that it was mind-blowing. It instilled so much trust in them for me, that I'm incredibly grateful to be able to do anything for them. So let's get into that. Right off the bat, they will never be a certain company that sells a certain trigger, okay? They don't want to be like anybody else. They just want to do their thing. They just want to be left alone to pump out selectors and other new innovative products that all of us are begging for, okay? Next, they absolutely hate the internal fighting within the industry, within the two-way realm, okay? Between companies and I guess end users based on the products they use, man, there's a lot of fighting and a lot of arguing and bickering and suing each other within the industry. They hate that. That's not what they want to do. They want to avoid that like the friggin' plague, all right? They're not out to sue anyone. They're not out to get a leg up on anyone. They're not out to screw anyone over. In fact, quite the opposite, okay? And we will explain why I believe it's the complete opposite. So their targeted market, who they want to sell to, is actually kind of surprising. Dealers and end users only, okay? They are looking to sell their selectors and future products to end users like me and you, as well as your mom and pop store, your local gun show or oh man, English is hard right now. Your local gun stores, your gunsmith shops, stuff like that. Your local mom and pop places. That's who they want to get the selectors into, because that will bring them, the little guy, more traffic, more sales, more profits. They are not going to be selling to the huge online retailers. They don't care to boost their profits. They don't care to work with them. They are not money driven, okay? They're not money driven, nor are they driven for fame, okay? Which brings me into my next thing. Or actually, before we get into that, I do want to touch on their intended market to sell to. All right, so again, they don't care about money, and they don't care to sell to the big online retail stores. So if you are one of those big online retail stores and you go to them with a request for a $250,000 PO purchase order, they're going to politely tell you to kick rocks. They're not interested. They don't want that. That's not the route that they're trying to go down, which is super admirable. I respect that, and y'all should as well. All right, let's see. Money is not the mission. Their mission statement is to, again, bring you products that you're actually asking for with the quality you deserve at a price point that you can afford, okay? That everyone can afford. They're out to hook up the little guys. They're out to help the little guys. And if you don't believe me, look at me. Go look at my YouTube channel and my analytics and see how many subscribers I had 6 days ago. About 260, okay? I am a nobody. I am a monkey with a selector and a camera, and Atrius is still willing to work with me. So thank you guys a lot. Thank you, Atrius. Seriously, I'm so incredibly blessed to be able to do anything with you guys. And last update here. They are not out for the clout chasing. They're not out for the fame. They're not out to do podcasts, interviews, nothing like that. And the reason being is they really do just want to keep their heads down, stay laser focused, and keep grinding away at these super selectors and future products. They want to put out as much product as humanly possible, but in order for them to do that, they have to stay off the podcast. They have to stay off interviewing platforms and stuff like that. And that's exactly why they asked me to come out with these content update videos for them, so they don't have to worry about doing it. Okay, they can just keep focused. All right, that is about it, guys. I don't know if I already told you, but these update videos, they're not going to be released on any specific day or time or anything like that. It's just going to be random. That's why you need to hit that bell notification on YouTube. All right, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this wasn't too long. Leave a comment down below, and yeah, thanks for watching.